Storyboard today, an exclusive interview with MasterCard's global CMO Raja Rajamanar, the big winners at the Abbeys, and an exclusive preview of Crash the Pepsi IPL's winning entry. Hello and welcome to Storyboard. I'm Pavni Mittal. It's been 17 years since MasterCard first released its tagline, "There are some things money can't buy, for everything else there's MasterCard." The aim now is to use and evolve this hugely popular campaign into a comprehensive marketing plan and also to develop a B2C communication strategy for the company. Storyboard's editor Anant Rangaswamy spoke exclusively to MasterCard's global CMO Raja Rajamanar for all that and more. Listen in.
Raja, thank you for talking to us.
Thank you for having me here.
To begin with, simple, are cards relevant anymore?
Cards, I think, probably not necessarily in the same form factor. Today, if you were to look at it, you have got bulk of the electronic payments happening in multiple forms, cards being one of those. Now, when the mobile phones are coming with the mobile wallets, cards will have a different role than what it has today. And you have got then the wearables which are coming, which will have a different kind of a take in terms of how payment form factors are evolving. So if you say, is this relevant by itself? I don't know how to answer it. The point is they will always have a role in the future. It's a question of what will be the composition of the entire payment system and what part is contributed by this plastic cards per se.
Right. Let me flip that. 15 years ago, if I'd asked MasterCard CMO whose competitors were, he would have named the usual suspects. Today, if I ask you who is MasterCard's competitor, how would you answer that?
Very simple. Our key competitor, or the main competitor, is cash.
Right.
Right? If you look at the entire payment ecosystem today, 85% of all the transactions happen in a non-electronic format, which is predominantly cash. And cash has got a lot of inefficiencies as well as security issues. The entire drug trafficking, human trafficking, arms trafficking, all these negative things happen because of the anonymity that cash provides. So we have sort of declared war on cash as MasterCard. The second part is, it's very inefficient form factor to handle. So for every $100 that you're actually using in transactions, some percentage of it goes into the costs of handling. So somebody has to count those, somebody has to tally those, the reconciliations, the movement, it is all actually involving some level of cost. And when you actually look at it at an overall economic level, the amount of inefficiency that cash brings in is pretty significant. So from those 2 points, what our stated objective is to fight against cash, convert them to electronic format. And that's where the business opportunity for us lies as well. It's not the other networks that we are really competing against. I think, in fact, the more the other networks also do in the fight against cash, collectively all the boats will rise with the tide.
Right.
So that's how we look at it. So cash is our key competitor.
Right. You know, in the earlier paradigm when you were dealing, say, with high net worth individuals, by and large, when you had only credit cards and so on, it was easy to communicate a platform like Priceless. Mm-hmm. Now when you go to Priceless and you say, I'm going to the lowest of the low to convert them into debit card usage, all the way up to, the multi-billionaire. Pardon?
All the way up to the super affluent.
Absolutely. How do you deal with the challenges that the platform itself forces you to?
Right. See, as MasterCard, we have about 1.6 billion consumers around the world. And we have more than 2 billion cards issued. So what it does is you are covering the entire spectrum from the super affluent all the way to people who are economically deprived and underserved. The beauty of the platform that we have got, which is Priceless, has got a universal appeal. Firstly, because we are a global company, the appeal has to be there whichever geography we operate in, whether it is a developing country, Western, Eastern, whichever be the format. And secondly, from the socio-economic categories, if you were to see. And the reason why Priceless resonates across all these segments in all geographies is the universality of the truth behind pricelessness. What's Pricelessness campaign? It's all about celebrating priceless moments in people's lives. The basic premise is people value experiences more than things. And that's exactly what we are stating. So therefore, there is a kind of a resonance and identification that happens. Of course, we're evolving the priceless platform from where it started, which is what I have just mentioned is how it started. And what we are doing after 17 years of the campaign running very successfully, we are evolving it to the next level at on three key platforms. The first one, what we are saying is that this is no longer a platform about observing and celebrating priceless moments in people's lives. It's going to be more about creating priceless experiences and enabling priceless experiences in people's lives. That's a big change for us. Second, Priceless used to be an advertising platform so far. But now we are moving it into a holistic marketing platform, which means all the 4 P's of marketing, the price, promotion, place, etc., would have pricelessness embedded inside it. So that's a very big change. That's the second one. The third, what we're talking about in terms of the evolution itself, is MasterCard will be increasingly an experiential brand. Instead of being some abstraction of nice feelings and philosophies, we're actually bringing it into the realm of the consumers by creating experiences they can touch, they feel, and they get to really experience what we want them to. We tried this over the last 1 year since we have launched this new direction across many geographies around the world, more than 25 countries around the world, and the response we are getting and the kind of shifts in the brand score gives us a level of confidence that we have got a winner on hand, and our direction is going to resonate very well into the future.
Right. Now, the last question for my viewers, what can MasterCard consumers in India expect in the next year? Anything in the marketing space that they will experience that you can talk about?
Absolutely. We have already rolled out programs like Priceless Cities, as an example, where in several cities, almost 55 cities around the world, you get extraordinary experiences that money cannot buy you. But you can get these experiences because you have a MasterCard card. So today, as an Indian consumer, if you are traveling to any of these 55 cities, so it could be London or New York, Miami, Paris, Russia, and Moscow, there are tons of countries, 55 cities we're talking about around the world, you can look up priceless.com and see what are the experiences that might interest you. And you can book those experiences straight from that website. And as a MasterCard consumer, you will get those experiences. This is something which we have already rolled out in several countries around the world, and later part of this year, it will also be available in India. This is one example. We have just begun rolling out priceless surprises in India. We had a campaign with Hugh Jackman, and it had been a big success for us. It was sort of a kind of a testing ground for us. It did very well. So we are going to roll out priceless surprises in the country whole hog. So that's something which is going to happen. The third platform we are going to launch also, both in international markets and in India, is called Priceless Causes. So we take a cause, a philanthropic cause that people are interested in, and try to facilitate raising of funds for that philanthropy. And I'll just give you a quick example. So in the US, Canada, and Russia, we launched a collaboration with Stand Up to Cancer. It's a fight against cancer. So we ran this whole promotion. To begin with, it was a promotion, but now it has become an ongoing program, is where we said that if you use your MasterCard at any restaurant during the promotion period, we contribute a cent to the foundation, Stand Up to Cancer Foundation, and up to a limit. And we so far have generated about $30 million. So as a consumer, what do you feel? Okay, if I use this card, I'm not really paying anything extra, but I have the satisfaction of contributing to a cause that I care about. And $30 million we have raised so far is a sizable sum for that foundation to do some breakthrough research in that space. And the way we take it to the next level is not simply put it as a financial equation, but to get a level of involvement from the various people around in the ecosystem. As an example, we have a tie-up with a number of artists from Hollywood who actually show up and be a part of this campaign. If you have time, one simple point I would like to mention, which is in New York recently, in Times Square, Manhattan, right next to the NASDAQ billboard, which is an iconic billboard, we erected a platform 25 feet above the ground coming off of a billboard. We put a table on the platform with 10 chairs. So we said you can sit on that billboard and have dinner. So it's a 5-course dinner served by a Michelin-rated chef. And there'll be celebrities sitting with you on the table. So you go to Open Table and book a ticket out there. You bid in an auction. And the proceeds will go to Stand Up to Cancer. So what happens in that kind of a scenario is you're raising the awareness of the whole campaign. You're bringing substantial attention to the effort. You're raising funds. And the whole movement sort of begins quite nicely. And we do a ton of these kind of things to support this entire cause. So we are in the process of identifying the right causes that we should be actually backing here in India. And we'll be launching hopefully sometime in the first half of next year. So these 3 platforms, I can say, are things which are going to be coming to India and your viewers can expect to be part of.
Thank you so much, Raja. Thank you for making the time to talk to us. Thank you.
Thank you, Anand.
We're going to take a short break here. When we come back, the big winners at the Abbeys.